unedited, live, uncut, unedited. All right, people. This is live, uncut, unedited. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Live, uncut, unedited. Come on in. You already know what time it is. This is definitely live, uncut, unedited. And we got a great show today going on. All right, let me get to hollering out some names. All right. Let us get it going. Get it going. This is live, uncut, unedited. And we're talking about GTA Grand Theft Auto tonight. Don't care who don't like it. Louis Ramsey. What's going on? Do me a favor, people, before we get started. If you're on YouTube, share the video. If you're on Facebook, share the video. I see Leslie, Latoya Willis. I see you. I see you, Chad. Virginia Beasley. We're going to talk about Grand Theft Auto today. And it's going down tonight. This is Christmas. And I know a lot of young folks playing that game tonight. Oh, that game is babysitting a lot of our young minds. That's what I'm going to call it, the babysitter. It's sending impressions on young minds. All right. Doretha Glass, Tiffany Wilson. What's going on, Tiffany? I see you. Naz Turner, I see you. Is that Yvette? Hey, Yvette. All right. I thought I missed you. Tanya White. I didn't miss you this time, Tanya. I tell you. Listen, people, right now as we speak, we have young, impressionable minds right now sitting in front of the TV screen right now, playing that game on Xbox and PlayStation 5 right now. We talking about young as 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 9, 10, 11, and so on. My goodness. Yes, that's the video I'm talking about. I'm just sharing. So come on in. We're going to talk about it. The lines are open, 872-299-0808. I tell you, people, this is live, uncut, unedited, people. This is real. These games affect young, impressionable mind. Now, hold on. Let's get something straight here. Not one time I said that everybody that watch videos go out there and start shooting and carjacking. No, I'm not saying that. But these things have an influence on our young people's minds. Our young people are not adults. They are little bitty people, and they are very impressionable. Tell you that. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you, people. I put up the game. I put up a clip of the game. I'm going to show it. And I'm going to let you guys beat it. I'm going to let you go ahead and, do it. Say what you have to say. Because, hey, trust me, some of y'all young sons out there as young as 10 and 11 and 12 and 13. And the only reason why we don't know who they are because the state of Illinois hides their identity because they're youth, they're young, they're juveniles. But if we knew who they were, we could shame the parents because y'all know I'm telling the truth and shame the devil. Tell the truth and shame the devil. And that's what I'm doing. What's up, Deuce? Deuce, what's up? What's going on? I see you. I see this is real. Richard Neely, what's up, man? This is real, people. I'm not playing with this. This is real. Y'all think this is a joke? This is not a joke. Our young people are messed up. They are messed up. They messed up, people. I'm saying, listen, this is not a joke, people. My lines are open, 872-297-6389. If you can't get in on that line, call on 872-299-0808. I'm finna play it, people. I'm finna show y'all. I'm done talking. I'm done talking. I'm finna show y'all because I'm done talking. I'm done talking. That's it. Let's let it roll. I'm ready to let it roll. I'm done talking. I'm telling you, I'm done. Let it roll. I'm finna let it roll. Finna let it roll. Let it roll. Look at this. Come on now, people. Look at this. Look at this. Young black boy with locks or dread, whatever you want to call him. Look at this. I'm not like parents. This is what your sons and daughters are playing when you buy them these violent video games. I'm talking about young, impressionable minds. It's real. All my callers, I see you. When the video done, I'm gonna acknowledge you. Look at this. Isn't this what they're doing right now in the city of Chicago, in Baltimore, in Cleveland, Ohio, Mississippi, St. Louis? They're doing the identical thing of what you're witnessing right now. Look at this. It said make it full screen. Hold on. Let me make it full screen, people. Hold on. Let me make it full screen. Hold on, my guest. Hold on, my guest. Hold on, let me see if I can make it full screen. I'm sorry, people.
Yeah, hit them little arrows right there. There you go.
Arrows, okay, I think I did, okay. Is that it right there? I hope that's it.
You got it.
Okay, right there.
Yeah,
okay.
It's better.
Okay, hold on, right there. All right. Look at this, people. Look, this is what our children are watching. I'm gonna go back a little bit. Let me start up just a little bit. All right. This is what our children are watching. This is live, uncut, unedited. This is what our children are watching, people. This is it. Look at this. Look at this, people. Look. Young, impressionable minds. And I'm not saying every black person or every white person or Hispanic or Latino is out here that play these games is doing this, but this can happen. Look at this, people. The stage is being set up. Look at this. Nobody on this live can deny this. Look. Isn't this what we're seeing? Mass shootings, carjackings. Is this what we're seeing? Shooting the police? Is this what we're seeing right now, witnessing? This happening in the city of Chicago, all around this country, in urban areas, mostly. Look at this. Them police officers is shooting. This is GTA. This is real. We haven't even got to the drill music. We haven't even got to the gun manufacturers. All this is a play on this. Look at this, people. This is real. Listen, people. This is real. Let me get my screen back up here. I'm sorry. Hold on, people. My regular screen up here. Stop sharing. All right. Hold on. Let me get that sound off here.
There you go.
That's it. Okay, let me get it. But I listen, people. I'm just. I don't want nobody to think I'm a shrewd or something, but this is real. Now, you just witnessed it. You just witnessed what I witnessed. Now, if you want to go find this on my page. Now, look at this. This is our 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and so on, is watching this type of behavior. Come on now. And we wonder why we scared to go to our cars at nighttime. We scared to leave our keys, our cars and the keys running. With it running. Come on, people. Some of y'all that park in the garage, you afraid to come out of the garage a certain time of day. Here you are struggling to pay that mortgage, but you're afraid in your neighborhood because of people like this that's willing to carjack you and take your automobile that you work hard for. You're struggling to keep up the maintenance and insurance and putting gas in there. Just what I'm talking about. Now you could talk, listen, if you've never been carjacked before, you better thank God, because it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling at all. At all. Trust me. I've been there. Trust me. I got carjacked when it really wasn't popular for a lot of young folks be out here carjacking. Now we got to the point where we got as young as 10 years old out here carjacking. Come on now. Where are they getting this from? Are they learning from their parents? Are they learning at school? Are they learning on the video games? Are they learning on the internet? Are they learning from their friends in the street? They're learning from somewhere. Carrying on this behavior. Go ahead, caller. 872, go ahead, caller. Say what you want to say.
Yeah, that's me. That's me, Robert Martin. Yeah, it's very disturbing. You know, I mean, I'm into the sport games. I play like the 2K and the Madden, and this is happening every day.
Mm-hmm.
This is literally happening every day. I think they said it was downtown today. A guy left his Ram running, and someone jumped inside and took it.
Well, he gave that car away, because anybody know that you in the city of Chicago, you can never leave your car running. Yeah.
Yeah, and I see that all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, why do they just leave their cars running?
Yeah.
And I basically told somebody, you might as well just put a sign and say, here, free car.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you a question, young man. Would you let your sons or daughters play this game? Would you purchase it for
them? No.
Why? Why?
Because if I purchase that for them, it's like it's a red flag that they could go out there and actually create this crime. And possible, I may be going to the morgue to identify them, because you don't know what the outcome is after this.
Mm-hmm. Listen, people, and I know some of y'all parents gonna be mad at me because that's your babysitter. Them video games, when your sons and daughters acting up, you hand them the phone, you hand them the tablet, go to the computer, go play your video game. You're not monitoring what they're doing. You don't search their rooms or anything. You don't hug them. You don't love them. You have all negative things to say about them. Well, Martin, I buy them clothes, I feed them, I cook, I clean, and all that. But you don't love on them. You don't give them a hug. You don't tell them that you love them. And guess what? The gang's out there waiting on them. They waiting. They're gonna embrace them. They're gonna embrace your son if you don't embrace him at home. They're gonna have an encounter. Either they're gonna have an encounter at home, they're gonna have an encounter at school, they're gonna have an encounter in the streets. If they don't have it in the streets, they're gonna have it on the social media. They're gonna have an encounter. Trust me. Something's gonna influence them. Turn down your thing, my brother. Turn down your Facebook. Turn it down. Something's going to influence them. Well, you say, well, Martin, I'm 45 years old. I play violent video games all of my young age. I never robbed or shot or kidnapped, hurt nobody. Good for you. Good for you. Let me give you a round of applause. Good for you. But guess what? What about your son that may not be as strong as you are in the mind? His mind may be more impressionable than yours was. What about your son? I got a new caller. 918 area code. Where you calling from? Come on, caller. Go ahead, caller.
Good evening, my brother from Oklahoma. How you doing?
All right, brother. Good. My Oklahoma brother. Go ahead, brother.
Mm-hmm.
What you got to say? I'm listening.
I was saying with those games, we are responsible because these 10, 11-year-olds, they can't go in GameStop and buy these games. You got to show ID and you got to be 18. You see what I'm saying? So it's like we are responsible for buying those games because they can't get those Grand Theft Autos and all that. They make you trade or swap out with their friends or whatever. The parents don't know, but as far as they walking in GameStop and getting it, it's not happening. They have to show ID.
Mm.
So it is up to the parents or the guardian, whoever's getting the games for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like my son, well, he's the baby is 18, but he plays the sport games. But now he's at age where he can get it now. You know, but he don't play those violent games and stuff like that. And I still play the sport games, but all that other mess, I don't, you know. But it can be an influence. You see what I'm saying?
Brother, it is influence.
Young kids can probably play it and it don't.
Right.
It don't be influence to them. They just like playing it. You see what I'm saying? But majority, it can be influence to them because like you're saying, they going out doing this carjacking and all this other crap, you know? But that's just a video game. When you out here in real life, you don't know who you're going to run up on, and that makes you your last run up on. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you have people afraid. Like you said, you're afraid. You know, carjacking is nothing, no fun. I've never been carjacked before, but
it's no good feeling. It's no good feeling.
That situation.
It's no good feeling, my brother. Being carjacked is no good feeling, man. A small barrel, it looks so long. It looks so long pointing in your face because you just don't know. It might end all right then and there. It's no fun, man. And here we are. We're afraid to buy Kias. We're afraid to buy Hyundais because those are hot cars right now. What's another one of those cars? The Challengers, the Dodge Challengers. Those are hot cars, some speed cars. So the muscle cars. They listen, brother, listen. Let me just say something. Most of these parents is out here and their children are out here committing these crimes. And not all children out here committing crimes, adult crimes, I call them. Their parents don't have no money to pay for that. Their parents don't have no money to pay. If your little son's or daughter go take somebody's car, a 2020, and run into a brick wall because he's running from the police, you know that parent don't have no money to pay for that automobile. Or if it hit and kill somebody. This is real, people. Y'all quit playing with me. I'm telling the truth. I don't care for, listen, I'm telling the truth and shame the devil, brother. They can unfriend me if they want to. It don't make me no different. I'll find me some new friends. This is real, people. This is real, brother. This sad situation, you got a lot of women afraid to leave their house a certain time of day just because of carjackers. You got business owners afraid to come in our community that look like us because they're afraid of getting robbed and shot, carjacked and all that. Come on, people. Who want to have a business that they can't be inside of and watch and monitor? At least visit from time to time. And nobody want to take accountability of their child, their sons and daughters out there setting people up, robbing people, snatching and grabbing, doing all types of adult crimes. And then mama gonna get on here and talk about and point fingers at other people's children. And your sons and daughters doing the same thing. You are bogus for saying that. Trust me. And some of us parents, we know. You can get on here and talk about, I thank God my son ain't never been arrested. He haven't been arrested yet. He just haven't been caught. Like I said in one of my lives, because your son have not been to jail, that doesn't mean that he's not out here doing nothing wrong. He just a person just getting away for right now. This is real talk.
Exactly.
This is bogus, man.
Exactly.
People go out here work, get these mortgages, afraid to come out of their house, get these nice automobiles that they work hard 2 or 3 jobs, and somebody come along and one day it took them 2 or 3 years to build their credit up to get finance, and you come along and one day and take their automobile and ruin it. Now here they loan is upside down. They don't have no gap insurance. Now they got to pay more than what the car's worth. The insurance only covers so much of it. Now they back down to square one because your son decided to go out there and carjack this woman or this man with his children in a car. What you got to say about that, mama? What you got to say? You going to blame that on the white man too? I don't think so. I'm going to blame that on parenting. Now, don't get me wrong. The white man got a part of that. But I'm not going to give him that full responsibility on that. Trust me. Again, 4 elements. At home, school, streets, and social media. One of those things got your son and your daughter name on it that they might encounter some bad negative influence. Y'all make sure y'all share this video. Please share the video. Somebody need to hear it because I'm not afraid to tell it. Somebody need to hear it. You got these parents in denial. Go on, roll up your blunt while you're watching me. Go on, sip on your wine, your top shelf liquor. But guess what? When you look up one day, your son, police calling you in the station saying your son got arrested for vehicle hijacking. And you're going like, man, that crime Jason guy told me. Well, why my son go out here and do this? He got everything he needed at home and everything. He got all the material things he needed at home, but he don't have that love. He don't have that affection that you should pass down and give him that. You got your boyfriend over there eating up all the groceries, eating up all the snacks, all the Captain Crunch, the cookies, the cakes, the creams, the pies, and the chips. Now your sons and your daughters, they mad. They pouting because you screaming and hollering at them because they want something. Now they going outside. Now the gangs are showing them love. The strip clubs are showing them love. The gay club people are showing them love. Yeah. They winning them over. They winning them over. You know I'm telling the truth, mama. When was the last time you hugged your son and your daughter? When was the last time you told them that you love them? When was the last time you just kissed them on the cheek or on the forehead? When was the last time? When was the last time? But you so busy closing the door, smoking your weed, which you, hey, we know it's legal. You grown. It's your house, your bills, entertaining your company, and not paying attention to your wonderful children that God has blessed you to. And I know you're young and you need somebody. I'm for relationship. I'm not against relationship, but it's a time and place for that. It's a time and place for that, my dear sister, my dear brother. It's a time for that. Here's a brother right now from Oklahoma. He works in a school setting. He see it firsthand. They call him Mr. D. Mr. D showing love. The love that Mr. D showing to the students, you as parents should be showing your sons and your daughters that. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Now, you might not like it. Share the video. Share it. I'm going to share it when I get off this live.
Oh, yeah.
Get mad at me.
I just shared it too.
Go ahead, D.
Because our son went out and he has his friend. He has a good set of friends because one, he comes here and spends the night, you know, and respectful at his parents and everything. So they went out and he was like, to both of us, he was like, Mom and Dad, I'm going to give you this app. So if I don't answer my phone, you can track me and know where I'm at. What young person is going to do that now? I'm not saying all. You see what I'm saying? So when they went out, things didn't go right wherever they were going. And he refused to get in the car, him and his friend, because one of the young men was
Keep-
driving.
Keep
but
your
he was
brother.
high.
You fading in and out.
Got in.
My brother, you fading in and out. Like you got to keep your mouth on the phone. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm on the phone. Yeah. So he said that the young man, they refused to get in the car because this young man was intoxicated, and they got to, way home. If he would have had to call us, we would have picked him up. But they made it home. But I'm saying, I'm just grateful to God for that, because a lot of young people are not like that. You see what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
And a lot
That's right.
are like that because of their upbringing. So, a lot of, and I'm not saying in my, because when I was his age, I would have said the same thing. We didn't have technology back then like that. Well, Mom, and we didn't have cell phones. So I would have been the same way, because I'm concerned. Well, if something's not going right, I'm calling you all, or somebody can come pick me up. You see what I'm saying? So, man, we got to be grateful. So I know through the grace of God, me and my wife did something right, and it's just like that, because a lot of once they get out in the street and they already out, they may be stuck through. When they get out, being influenced, they can make that wrong, bad choice, man, So, but I thank God for that, man. And I just want the world to know that, to hear that. And I was like, because he said it before, so we got the apps on our phone in case wherever he's at, if he don't answer, we can track him. You see what I'm saying? So, man, that's a blessing. That's beautiful.
And don't get me wrong, every young, impressionable man out there is not carjacking, not robbing, stealing, and killing. But when you got young people that's 10 years old, what possibly can you know about sex? What possibly can you know about relationship? What possibly can you know at 10 years old? No longer holding a gun illegally? Don't get me wrong. There are some young people out there as young as 10 years old that their parents teach them how to handle a gun, and I'm for that. If you have the proper teaching, you can have it at 5 years old. All I care. The proper training teaching is cool. But when you just picking up a gun and you don't know nothing about a gun and you putting it in your waistline and you just squeezing the trigger, you don't know nothing. Have it jump, or, the kickback might shoot somebody in the head. So people, let's be real. I'm being honest with you. We need to start back searching our youngsters' bedroom. Look under the bed, under the mattress, the pillowcase, in the shoe boxes, inside the shoes. We need to start doing it more frequently. Should no parent allow their young sons and daughter to bring another boy or girl in the house and close the door? It shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. And right now, you got to watch the boys and the boys on the boys and the girls on the girls. Now, it ain't got that terrible. Now, you got to watch. Got to watch. Man, listen. Yeah. This thing has got, listen, people, we are not living, times are not getting better. The more as life advances, the wicked people become. Trust, we're not living in good times now. When you see 10-year-old people shooting and killing, doing adult crimes on a regular, not sparingly, you know this world's about to end. It's coming to an end soon. You know it.
Oh, yeah.
When you see the people gunning, when you see the people gunning down the police just on a regular, you know it. When you see the police shooting people that's unarmed because they can't chase, they can't run after them. Oh man, listen, when you see young people as young as 10 years old driving muscle cars, don't have no type of driving experience, you know this place coming to an end. It's coming to an end. I tell you. And parents, you can keep acting like it don't happen. It ain't your son and my son. Keep acting like it. You can go and get off this live, but you know I'm telling the truth. You know, boy, listen, brother, let me just say, Brother D, listen, if America changes the law. If any young juvenile commit adult crime, be allowed to show their face. A lot of you parents would be ashamed. You probably go kill yourself or something, commit suicide. Because see, you get on social media and do all this talking, and your sons and daughters doing the same thing, identical thing, but you don't see it, or you pretend like you don't see it. You with it. You with it. You with the mess. Like old timer always say, he said, Martin, I begin to believe that black people like this mess. I'm beginning to believe it. And I hate to agree with him, but he's so right. We like this mess. We so used to folks getting shot and gunned down. Well, what we do? Go buy a T-shirt. Rest in peace. You'll hear about it for 2 weeks with wings and ripping out. After that, it's over with. It's over. Then a year later, their anniversary come around or their birthday come around, everybody gets salty. Now they go pick up the guns and want to run over here on this block over and shoot up this whole block. That's how it's a routine. Person gets shot and killed. They put his face on the T-shirt or her face on there. They cry, they mourn for about 2 weeks. After that, everybody go back their way. Life is normal again. Then when it come their birthday around or the anniversary when they got killed, then everybody want to get together, do a balloon release. And after that, a few of the homies, they want to go on the next block where he got shot and killed up, shoot up the whole block. Now it's an ongoing violence. I got to tell the truth and shame the devil. Listen, I'm talking in 2022 terms. I'm not talking about when I was young. I'm talking about right now. I'm not even comparing. I'm talking about right now. Right now. Right now. Young mamas, senile mamas that's not paying attention to your children. This is real. It's a shame that older people got to look up and down, right and left before they leave out of their house. And they got to go take care of their business early in the day because they're afraid of your son and my son and your grandson or your niece or your nephew, what they might do to them. That sounds like a prisoner in their own neighborhood. Here's a person paying $1,200 and $1,300 or $2,200 a month for a mortgage. They can't even barbecue in their backyard because they so afraid of stray bullets coming in the yard. Come on now. Here's a person just bought them a brand new Escalade, a Tahoe, or Kia, a Hyundai, but they're afraid to drive it because of our sons and our daughters. And some of you young ladies, you just as guilty as these men. And you wonder why a lot of you come up hit, and your children too, because you with it too. You with it. You with it. You got that blood money on your hand. You got that blood money. You know he killed that man down the street and took his jewelry and took his money. And you seen the blood all over his clothes when he came home that night. You know it. But you spent that money and turned a blind eye. This is sad. Brother, I'm going to let you say something. I'm going to get off here.
They got to be held accountable for.
Yes. Brother, this is sad.
They
Go
have
ahead.
to be held accountable for that too.
Yeah.
Turning that blind eye, they got to be held accountable for it too. Yeah. They got to face the Creator one day. That's for sure. Yeah. But yeah, I pray for our city constantly, you know, and I meant to tell you, I guess that was week before last when the family had invited you, man. That just touched my heart, man, about with the young lady, man. You know, it got killed over in the spring when you shared that video too. It just, man, I felt for that family, man, you know. And thank you for, you know, you said they had invited you, but thank you for, you know, and sharing that. And, you know, those people were hurt. The family was hurt, man. The mother just broke down, man. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, man, you know, and long as they was praying, I was praying with I guess that was the auntie.
Mm.
Said, Lord, he's whoever's done it, and your child, but don't give him. He ain't got no peace out here
Mm.
until he turn himself in. He ain't gonna have no peace.
Right. Hold it, brother. I got a couple of callers. Hold it,
Not
brother.
gonna-
Hold it. Okay.
Okay.
4573 and 7708. I'm gonna take the 4573. Go ahead, caller. Where you calling from?
Hey, my brother, how you doing? I first of all want to say thank you for doing such a great job that you do.
Mm-hmm.
You bring a lot of things to the forefront in our community and our young people. It's a problem out there. I mean, it's a very bad problem. Just at 71st and Stone Island at the light the other day, and I'm paying attention. This black Charger made a turn in front of me, and the sunroof opened up, and here's a guy comes up out of the sunroof with a semi-automatic weapon. Start flying. You think about being in a movie scene. This is real. This is real. I mean, I don't know who he was shooting at, but to be caught up in the middle of that kind of behavior, it's scary. And we got to do something. Something needs to be done about this gun violence out here, man, because it's just totally out of control. I worked at the medical examiner's office, and I see those young people come in there with bullet holes as big as $4. And I hear their mother scream about their child laying in there on their table when they have to come down and identify them. It's not a pretty sight. And I think parents need to be brought to the front too, to be held accountable for some of the actions of their children, because these young people out here, it's like reckless abandonment now. They don't care. They don't care. It could be me or you or anyone else. They'll take your life now. And this is really sad. And I thought the government and our elected officials, I would say, because they know what's going on, and it seems like that nothing's been done about it, and it continues to get worse and worse. And if we don't get a handle on this is going to be total chaos. Total chaos. It's really sad that we have to live like this.
This is sad. Are you a homeowner, sir? Are you a homeowner?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And
yes, I am.
Have you ever experienced, you don't have to tell me what area you live in. I don't know what type of area you live in. Have you ever experienced gang activities on your block and afraid to come out? Or have you ever experienced where, go ahead.
Of course.
Tell me about it a little bit. Just tell me in your own words.
I had some people trying to force their way in my home on me one day. I suppose they called themselves thugging me. And I ended up had to shoot one of them because it was going to be me or them.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, this young cat survived, but it didn't have to come in. When you come into my home uninvited and unauthorized, then it comes down to protecting myself. And this young man, they thugged their way into my house, and it turned out real bad for him. And the state's attorney handled the case. They were charged, and I was cleared. It was justifiable shoot. But I shouldn't have to live like that, And the neighborhood, I mean, they're riding down the streets, they're hanging out, and they checking people out. But my neighbor got robbed out shoveling the snow off his grass out there in his yard, shoveling snow, and some guys came by there and stuck him up at gunpoint. I mean, what can you do? It's a scary scenario. And now they coming out now. They carrying these weapons with these extended clips. What can one person do with 3 people with 30-round clips? And then they open fire. That's assassination. That's this kind of stuff you see over in Bolivia and Colombia. It's now here in the city in Chicago with our young people, and it's our young culture. We as a community, we got to turn this around, because right now we're in a bad spot among all the other ethnic races. We looked at as the lowest of the low, and we're smart. We're the most dominant on this planet, but our young people, man, it's out of control, and we got to come up with some kind of solution to fix this, because if we don't, this is going to continue to get worse and worse and worse.
Mm-hmm. Hold that thought for me. Hold that thought. Yeah, y'all hold it for a quick. I got another call.
Our elected officials need to be held accountable.
Right. Hold it right there, sir, for a minute. Let me see what this other caller have to say. 7708. 7708. Go ahead, caller. You live, uncut, unedited.
Okay, Martin, how you doing? How you
Good,
doing?
good, good. Where you calling from,
Okay.
sir?
I just want to western suburbs.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
So
Go
I
ahead.
was listening to what you're saying, and I got a few different points I want to make, or just some opinions I want to share with
Okay,
everyone.
no problem.
When you used to watch TV and you see Superman or Batman, that's like you see Superman, you want to put on a cape and you think you can fly. Like a lot of the images and things that they share with us, you as a child feel like you could do what they doing.
As a child.
And it's the exact same type of conditioning and or imagery that happens when you have a game like Grand Theft Auto. You see these guns on this game and you want to, use the guns in the game. Once you realize that these guns that's in these games are available, you want to go out and buy the gun. When you go out and buy the gun, you want to bust it. You want to see what it feels like. And what makes it so worse, in the game, they got the vibrating control. So you almost, you shooting it and you can almost self-actualize yourself in it. A lot of parents, they even send their kids to the game to relieve their stress. Remember, we used to send kids out to run in the yard or something for them to get off whatever aggression. And they throw them in football or something so they could get out whatever type of energy or stress they needed to. But now, go to the game. If you feel like you want to beat that bully up, go to the game and shoot them in the game. I've heard parents tell kids this as though it's a resolution for you wanting to kind of find a way to channel this anger. And so they're using it as a way to self-medicate, but all it's doing is creating a young terrorist. You know what I mean? They're normalizing crime and violence and making us very comfortable with the cultural violence. So I'm going to give a quick analogy. So I used to watch pornography. I'm going to be completely honest with full disclosure. I used to watch pornography. And there were sometimes things that was just too graphic for me. But the more I watched it, the more I became desensitized, and I kept going back to watch it again. Then I noticed that the subjects were changing. So now all of a sudden I'm seeing titles where this man sleeping with his stepmother, this man sleeping with his daughter friend, and it messed with my mind. Like the language they was using, the image, like the more I kept coming to it, the more I kept screwing with my brain chemistry. And I had to get up out of that sick web because I said, hold on. Now I'm having fantasies about somebody's stepmom, and like I'm seeing that they was working on my mind, thinking I was just going to watch sex. And the same thing with these games. You thinking you going to just watch the game, play the game like it's NBA Jam or something, but it's not. It's screwing with your mind, and it's hard for you to independently break out of that web. So it's, I don't know, I'm getting an echo.
Yeah, hold on, somebody. Somebody need to turn down their Facebook. Somebody need to turn down their Facebook. Somebody need to turn down their Facebook. Hello, hold on, I got a new caller. It might be the new caller. New caller, 2182. I need you to turn down your Facebook. 2182. I got him off. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Another distraction.
Okay, there you go. So like I say, once they work on your brain, it's hard for you to independently break out of that sick web they done got you in. So you don't know that they're conditioning you and they're breaking you down, and you almost coming back to it. You steady coming back. So you're becoming addicted to it. You're becoming desensitized to it. And it's so hard to break away from it. And it's going to cross over and lead into your everyday life. So like with the porn analogy, a lot of people take that type of imagery and that type of behaviors and take it into the bedroom. And a lot of women can say, hold on, this ain't you. You got this from some type of video or something. You ain't used to doing this type of stuff. You know what I mean? Crossing a lot of boundaries. A lot of time when you into it with people, you go out and you want to not just kill them. You want to put 18 shots to them, which we're seeing in real life. We see people, we hear reports of people getting shot 40 some times with these semi-automatic guns. This is GTA stuff. You know what I mean? This is overkill. Where do they get this from? Where do they get the weapons from? Where do they get the mindset from? And these games, I've yet to hear any executives from any of these game makers take accountability. And it's almost like you know how in the neighborhood when people die off a bad batch of dope, it's like increase the dope sales. Once the dope fiends find out somebody that got killed off of it, it's like they rush to the dope man to get the good. Like it's like that death batch, and they be rushing to it because I guess it's supposed to be good. So it's like when the violence increases, so do the sales of these games increase. It's sick, man. It's just, and it's hard for us again, and I end it here, just to independently break out of that cycle once we get sucked in. They really working on our brain, man, and it's sick.
And let me just say this to what you said, my brother from the west suburb. They're working on our immature, impressionable mind young people. That's who it mostly affecting right now. It's the young people, man. They're strong. They got great energy. They are young warriors, but they're channeling their energy toward the wrong thing. So that's what it's working on. It's working on the young folks, man. And you know, you worked in the school system, so you can witness what's going on out here. I'm not making this up. Mm. Go ahead, my brother. Hello.
Yeah, you right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Let me chime in
look,
on that real.
Go ahead, my brother.
Go ahead, sir.
All right, with that, that's what I'm saying. With those, it may be other stores, but as with GameStop, a young person cannot go in there and purchase those games. They have to be 18. You see what I'm saying? So those parents, like Martin say, you got, if you like the young man is saying too, you send the kid in the room, go ahead. You probably don't even know what he's playing in the room. You see what I'm saying? But if you don't monitor that, if you don't go into that, when my boys were younger, I still go in my son's room. I'll knock, and then I'll go, go in. But when they were younger, I said, why? We ain't playing that. We not playing those type of games. You see what I'm saying? So it's what you have to, as parents, have to monitor that as well. And to the older gentleman, my brother, it's a shame that you can't do work. You own a house on the south side, you own a house north or whatever, but you can't do your own work. You getting robbed doing work at your house. I mean, it's unacceptable. You see what I'm saying? No protection. So if you're saying you're doing something, you got 4 or 5 guys pull up on you to rob you, and you out here shoveling snow, or you out here cutting your grass, you see, it's not. That's not the type of way of living, man. It's not. And you're in your community. It just don't sit well with me. So it's like you have to look over your shoulder 24/7.
That is correct. That is correct. So I want to say to the parents out there that's in denial, you don't have to take my word. Just look at your son's behavior. Ask your teacher what you see. See, most of the time, teachers spend more time with your sons and daughters than we do. Just think, it's only 24 hours in the day. All right. Now, out of that 24 hours, you may be working 8. It may give yourself an hour to get to work, an hour to get back. That's like, what, 10? Then you need an hour to get 45 minutes to get dressed. Somebody got to turn your Facebook down. Brother, you got to turn your Facebook down. It's a new call. This is a new other call again. I know who that is. That's the same call. We got another troll, people. Another troller. They found another way to try to aggravate me. Another troller. But anyway, getting back to the parents. So this is what we have to do. Some solutions. We have to monitor the video game. I'm not against the video game. Trust me, I'm not. Against certain video games, I am against. Even online. Your young 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old, 19, they don't need to be watching them. Shoot, we got enough violence going on. And if you want to teach them how to shoot, take them to the gun range. Train them. You can teach them. I'm not against that. There's nothing wrong with that. If you want to teach your sons and daughters, you might want to take them hunting with you. I'm for that. But when you don't monitor what they're doing, see, young folks, they pick up things in the street. You got some the average young person, you ask them when they start smoking weed, they'll tell you, I was 12 years old. I've been smoking since I was 12. 12? I mean, what do you know about drugs at 12 years old? What do you know about sex at 12 years old? What do you know about gangs and running away at 12 years old? What have you been exposed to? Parents, it starts at home. It starts at home. Now, if you're strong, you're independent, you got your own house, your own car, your career and all that, don't forget about your children now. They are our biggest investment. Not a home, not a car, not that $1,000 purse, not that $1,000 hairdo. It's our children. Those are our best investment because when we're long gone, they're going to be representing us and they're going to be the future. Brother, I'm going to let y'all say the last couple of words, whatever, and I'm out here. I'm not going to drag it on. I spoke my piece and nothing else too much for me to say. Okay, so Oklahoma, if you want.
You all have a blessed night.
Okay.
Y'all have a blessed night. I've enjoyed it. God bless you all. Yeah.
Thank you, brother. Okay, 7708.
Well, it's a war on our brains. It's a war on our youth. It's a war on the adults. And we have to fight to get our mind back, which might mean stepping away from social media, stepping away from the cell phone, stepping away from the TV, because all throughout this society, they've used, even before social media, newspapers, TVs, tabloids, to push propaganda and promote their agenda, and it's working. We got to get our minds back, which means we got to stop doing drugs, including alcohol. We got to have a clear, sound mind so we can fight these forces against us. And when you take their drugs, when you take their alcohol, when you watch their pornography, when you play their video games, it's just self-destructive. And it's just a matter of time before you end up hurting yourself or hurting somebody else. And essentially you're hurting yourself while you engaging with this stuff the whole time you utilizing it. So we got to get our mind back, and we got to be prepared and understand that we in a war. Martin, you say it all the time. You know, we got to get our mind back so we can start to prepare for our defense. And just praying for everybody out there, because it ain't easy, but keeping everybody in my thoughts and prayers, man. And, you know, just protect yourself out there.
And y'all heard the brother. He gave us some solutions. Giving up social media, put it down for a while. TV, put it down for a while. Giving up drugs and alcohol. Now, we did give some solutions now. We didn't just talk about the problem. Solutions. Now, what worked for you in your house may not work for me in my house. But people, we have to do something now. And it's like this. I think I heard TD Jakes say one time, even if I was a bench player, at least I want to have a uniform on and let the other team know what side I'm on. Let us know what side you're on. Are you on the side that you want to see our children, our future do better? Put on the uniform. Put on, even if you're not in the forefront. Help us out. Help us out. I don't want the police shooting me down. I don't want the police shooting your sons and daughters down. I don't want my son killing your son, and I don't want your son killing my son. Vice versa with the daughter. But if we have to come to some type of solution, we have to work it. A man that failed to plan, if he failed to plan, he's going to be a failure. That's all I got to say. I can't add no more to this. Listen, this is a great show, one of my best shows. Thank you. Listen, I don't have all the answers, but I'm willing to share some thoughts and opinions and solutions to help us out. I love Black people, and I love being Black. Race first. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, audience. Thank all the panel that called in. Thank you so much. all my wonderful followers on YouTube and Facebook. Again, ladies and gents, if you're not following me on YouTube, definitely go Martin G. Johnson. You can't miss me. Those that's on YouTube, you can follow me on Facebook as well. Martin G. Johnson, you can't miss me. Thank you so much. This is live, uncut, unedited. Appreciate you. And enjoy your Christmas. Enjoy your holidays. Be safe. When you go outside your door, look at your surroundings. Sometime on the way home, if you got to circle your block twice, if you feel like you've been followed, go back around and come back around again. So listen, safety is a must. Well, somebody said, well, Martin, I ain't scared. I got that thing on me. Regardless, if you don't have it in your hand when they come, it's too late. Because that's the baddest. The first man or woman can get to their gun first. Most of the time, almost all of the time, they are the winners in the gun battle. So I want to thank you guys. I want to thank all my wonderful guests, Vicky, Peggy, Brianna. Thank you, Inez, Janice Collins. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. It means so much to me for you guys to take time out of your busy schedule on this holiday, on this Christmas holiday from your family, just to listen to see what I have to say. And I appreciate it. And trust me, I do not take it for granted. I do not take it for granted. So thank you so much. Keep me in your prayers, and I will definitely keep you in my prayers. Stay safe and good night. All right, live, uncut.